Imagine your dog effortlessly balancing a treat on its nose and flipping it into the air to catch it perfectly. Sounds incredible, right? Picture a world where your furry friend isn't just your loyal companion but also a spectacular performer, stealing the limelight at every gathering with jaw-dropping tricks. Well, that world could be yours. Stay tuned as we dive into the world of extraordinary dog tricks. Because, let's face it, who wouldn't want their dog to be the talk of the town? Our first trick is a classic, yet it always leaves people astounded: the treat on the nose flip. The treat on the nose flip is a combination of precision, patience, and pure canine charm that never fails to impress. This trick requires your furry friend to balance a treat on the tip of its nose, then, on your command, flip it into the air and catch it mid-flight. Sounds challenging? Well, it is, but with our step-by-step guide, you'll have your dog flipping treats in no time. To start, you'll need some of your dog's favorite treats. Choose something small and easy for your dog to catch. The trick here is to make the reward worth the effort. Step 1, let your dog sniff the treat. This gets them interested and their focus on the prize. Step 2, gently place the treat on your dog's nose. You might need to hold their snout softly to keep them still. Remember, patience is key here, so don't rush. Step 3, use a command like hold or wait. This teaches your dog to remain still even with a tantalizing treat right under their nose. Step 4. Once your dog is comfortable with holding the treat on their nose, introduce the flip command. You'll have to practice this a few times, guiding the treat off their nose and into the air for your dog to catch. A couple of tips to remember: always keep the training sessions short and fun. Dogs like us can get frustrated when things don't go as planned. So, if your dog seems to be getting restless, take a break and try again later. And most importantly, celebrate each small success with lots of praise and love. Remember, every dog learns at a different pace. Some might pick up this trick in a day, while others might take a week or two. The key is to be consistent, patient, and make the training process enjoyable for your dog. With patience and consistency, your dog will master this trick in no time. Next up, we have a trick that's sure to melt hearts: the high five. Now, who wouldn't want a high five from their furry best friend? A high five from a dog is not just adorable, it's also a sign of a strong bond between you and your pet. So are you ready to teach your dog this heartwarming trick? Let's get started. Step 1, you'll need to start with a basic command that your dog already knows, like sit. Have your dog sit in front of you. Remember, it's important to have your dog's full attention. Step 2, hold a treat in your hand and show it to your dog. Close your hand around the treat and say, high five. Most dogs will naturally paw at your hand to get the treat. The moment your dog's paw touches your hand, that's when you open your hand and let them have the treat. Don't forget to say good dog or give them a pat to reinforce the positive behavior. Now, step 3 is all about practice. Repeat step 2 a few times until your dog seems to understand what you want. Remember, patience is key here. If your dog doesn't get it right away, that's perfectly okay. Just give them time, and they will eventually get the hang of it. In step 4, you'll start phasing out the treat. Gradually, you'll want to replace the treat reward with just praise. Start by giving the treat every other time, and then slowly decrease the frequency. Eventually, your dog will be able to give you a high five without needing a treat as a reward. And finally, step 5 is all about consistency. Keep practicing this trick regularly. The more you practice, the better your dog will get at it. Teaching your dog to give a high five can be a fun and rewarding experience. It's a great way to bond with your pet and show off their skills to your friends and family. And remember, every high five from your dog is a sign of your strong bond. Ready for a commando mission? Let's teach your dog to crawl. This trick is not just a crowd pleaser, but also a great way to keep your dog active and healthy. It strengthens their core muscles and gets their heart rate up, almost like a mini workout session. So, let's dive into the step-by-step process of teaching your dog this incredible trick. Start by getting your dog into a down position. If your dog isn't familiar with this command yet, don't worry. You can guide them into it by gently pushing down on their shoulders or placing a treat on the floor in front of them. Once they are lying down, it's time for the next step. Hold a treat in front of your dog's nose, just out of reach. The idea is to encourage them to move forward while staying low to the ground. Use a command like crawl or commando, and as soon as your dog makes a crawling motion, even if it's just a tiny one, reward them with the treat and heaps of praise. Repetition is key here. Practice this trick in short sessions spread throughout the day, and you'll soon see your dog crawling like a pro. Remember, patience and positive reinforcement are your best friends during this process. Now, a couple of tips to make the training smoother. First, choose a soft surface like grass or carpet for training. This ensures your dog is comfortable while performing the trick. Second, if your dog stands up during the crawl, gently guide them back into the down position and start again. And of course, every dog is unique, so don't worry if your furry friend takes a bit longer to master this trick. The most important thing is that both you and your dog should have fun during the training process. So, are you ready to turn your living room into a mini obstacle course? Get set to be amazed as your dog transforms into a little commando right before your eyes. There you have it, a fun and healthy trick for your furry friend. Now let's add some whirlwind fun to the mix with the spin trick. This trick is more than just a delight to the eyes. It's an exercise in both mental and physical agility for your four-legged friend. Imagine your dog spinning around in a graceful whirl, all on your command. It's a sight to behold, and it's simpler than you may think to teach. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Grab a treat. Remember, the tastier the treat, the more motivated your dog will be. Hold the treat close to your dog's nose, but not so close they can snatch it from your hand. Step 2. Use the treat to guide your dog in a circular motion. Lead your dog's nose around with the treat so they naturally spin in place. Make sure to lead them in a direction they're comfortable with. Some dogs may prefer clockwise, others counterclockwise. Step 3. As your dog completes the spin, say the command "spin" clearly, and reward them with the treat. It's important to reward immediately after the spin so they associate the trick with the treat. Step 4. Practice, practice, practice. Consistency is key in dog training. Repeat this process multiple times a day, but remember, keep sessions short and sweet. Long training sessions can lead to a frustrated dog, and a frustrated dog makes for a frustrated trainer. Now let's talk about some common mistakes. One of the most common is moving too fast. Remember, your dog is learning something completely new. It's important to be patient and move at a pace your dog is comfortable with. The spin trick not only impresses onlookers, but it also helps improve your dog's balance and coordination. Plus, it's a great way to burn off some of that boundless energy dogs seem to have in spades. Remember, every dog learns at their own pace. Some may pick up the spin trick after a few tries, others may take a little longer. But stick with it, and soon you'll have a spinning superstar on your hands. With the spin trick, you're sure to dazzle your friends and family. Last but not least, let's teach your dog the elegant trick of taking a bow. This trick, while simple, is a charming end to any performance, and serves as a way to build your dog's flexibility and balance. The concept is to get your dog to stretch their front legs forward while keeping their back legs upright, mimicking the traditional bowing gesture. Start by getting your dog to stand. Then, using a treat as a lure, guide their nose down between their front legs. Be sure not to go too far, you don't want them to lie down. Once they're in the bow position, say the command "bow" and give them the treat. Practice this a few times until your dog starts to understand the command. Remember, patience is key here. Some dogs might find this trick a bit challenging at first, but with time they'll definitely master it, and voila! With the take a bow trick, your dog is ready for the spotlight. And there you have it, 5 incredible tricks to turn your dog into a star. From the spectacular nose flip to the show-stopping bow, each trick is a fantastic way to bond with your furry friend while impressing your friends. Practice makes perfect, so don't be discouraged if your dog doesn't get it right the first time. Keep at it, and soon enough, you'll have a four-legged superstar. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome dog training tips and tricks. Happy training!